Hello, and thank you for taking the time out of your very busy schedules to watch this video. I hope that there is something within here that is a benefit to you or someone you know. Please like, subscribe, and share this video and leave a comment down below. I'd heard from Mr. Biden talking about the Ultra Maga Movement, which is the most dangerous and extremist movement in American history. Even Jen Psaki has said as much. And I said to myself, the Make America Great Again is the most dangerous movement in American history. More dangerous than Antifa or BLM. So I said to myself, I had to look into this. And with some research, it appears that the Ultra Mega Movement is the brainchild of a Florida man. Go Florida man. Anyways, and he's running for Florida U.S. Senate in the coming election. He's ex-Navy, so shout out to him for that. But I looked at the 11-point plan that he's proposing, and I thought, I can see why the Democrats are saying this is a dangerous power. So I went ahead and I went to his website. It's called rescueamerica.com. If you look at the overview, there's a letter from him explaining his 11-point plan and why we think he thinks it's needed. Please go to rescueamerica.com to take a look at it. But I thought, okay, let's take a look at this 11-point plan that he's proposing. And I thought it's a really good one. So 1, education. Our children will say the Pledge of Allegiance, salute the flag, and learn that America is a great country, and choose the school that best fits them. We will inspire patriotism and stop teaching the revolutionary history of the radical left. Our children will learn about the wisdom of the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Founding Fathers. Public schools will focus on the 3 R's, not indoctrinating children with critical race theory or any other political ideologies. 2, colorblind equity. Again, this is something we could use again as we're seeing more and more racism back in our government with the Democrats in charge. The government will never again ask American citizens to disclose their race, ethnicity, or skin color on any government form. We're going to eliminate racial politics in America. No government policy will be based on race. People will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. We are all made in the image of God. To judge a person on the color of their epidermis is immoral. 3, crime and safety. The soft-on-crime days of coddling criminal behavior will end. We will refund and respect the police because they, not the criminals, are the good guys. We will enforce our laws, all of them, and increase penalties for theft and violent crimes. We will clean up our cities and stop pretending that crime is okay. We have zero tolerance for mostly peaceful protests that attack police officers, loot businesses, and burn down our cities. And of course, as we all know, the gentleman that attacked Dave Chappelle seems to be walking free. So let's take a look at number 4, which is immigration. We will secure our borders, finish building the wall, and name it after President Donald Trump. Nations have borders, and we should give it a try. President Trump's plan to build a wall was right. We welcome those who want to join us building the American dream, immigrants who want to be Americans, not change America. We are a strong nation because we are a nation of immigrants. But immigration without assimilation makes us weak. Politicians from both parties talk big about border security and do nothing. We are done with that. One of the few times now I don't go into Ukraine too much, but again, why is it that we're enforcing Ukraine's borders, saying that they must have their sovereignty, and yet we do not support or protect our own borders at the same time? Growth and the economy. We will grow America's economy, starve Washington's economy, and stop socialism. Socialism is un-American and always leads to poverty and oppression. We will stop it. We will shrink the federal government, reduce the government's workforce by 25% in 5 years, selling government buildings and assets, and get rid of the old, slow, closed top-down government-run everything system we have today. This should, again, I 100% agree. The federal government should not be the largest employer of the American population. Period. If it is, then again, that makes it big government, like just another big corporation. Number 6, government reform and debt. We will eliminate all federal government programs that can be done locally and enact term limits for federal bureaucrats and Congress. Many government agencies should be either moved out of Washington or shuttered entirely. Yesterday's old government is fundamentally incompatible with the digital era. The permanent ruling class in Washington is bankrupting us with inflation and debt, so they must be removed. For you to have more, Washington must have less. This is one of those that I very much agree with again. Fair, fraud-free elections. We will protect the integrity of American democracy and stop the left-wing efforts to rig the elections. Today's Democratic Party is trying to make the elections and pack the courts because they have given up on democracy. They don't believe that they can win based on their ideas, game the system, and legalize voter fraud to stay in power. In true Orwellian fashion, Democrats refer to their election plans as voter rights. We won't allow the radical left to destroy our democracy by instituting dishonesty. As you saw, again, as much as we have free speech, we don't have free speech. Moving on to number 8. We will protect, defend, and promote the American family at all costs. I believe this is very much a benefit. The nuclear family is crucial to civilization. It is God's design for humanity, and it must be protected and celebrated. To say otherwise is to deny science. The fanatical left seeks to devalue and redefine the traditional family as they undermine parents and attempt to replace them with government programs. We will not allow socialism to place the needs of the state ahead of the needs of the family. And again, this can be seen quite often with the government encouraging single mothers, and there's plenty of government programs, supposedly, for single mothers. Although, in a lot of cases, unless you're willing to cheat and game the system, you'll find you make too much to qualify. Number 9, gender, life, and science. Men are men, women are women, and unborn babies are babies. We believe in science. Men and women are biologically different. Men and female, he created them. Modern technology has confirmed that abortion takes a human life. Facts are facts. The earth is round. The sun is hot. There are 2 genders, and abortion stops a beating heart. To say otherwise is to deny science. Number 10 is religious liberty and big tech. Americans will be free to welcome God into all aspects of our lives. And we will stop all government efforts to deny our religious freedoms and freedom of speech. The Democratic Party and their big tech allies are not merely secular. They have virtually created a new religion of wokeness that is increasingly hostile towards people of faith, particularly Christians and Jews. They are determined to drive all mention of God out of the public view. We will not be silenced, canceled, or told what words to use by the politically correct crowd. Number 11, America first. We are Americans, not globalists. This is very true. America does not translate well to other countries. Did you know that as far as abortion is concerned, America has the most progressive, liberal laws regarding when abortion is legal and not legal? The European Union is a lot more strict on what is a legal abortion than we are. We will be dependent on no other country. We will conduct no trade that takes away jobs or displaces American workers. Countries who oppose us at the UN will get zero financial help from us. We will be energy independent and build supply chains that never rely on our adversaries. We will only help countries that are willing to defend themselves, like Israel. Now, as I was looking over this, I thought this is a really good thing to have, not just on the federal level, and I encourage all U.S. state senators to take a look at this, but this should be something more we need to look at on the county level. Because by this time, if it's already infected on the federal level, it has infected on the county level. I just got through with school where my son, here in the city that I'm in, had an assembly on the use of the N-word and how it's okay for black people to use the N-word, but white people cannot. And I thought, this was coming from his school. This is very unusual and shows that even on the county level, this type of socialism needs to be stopped. So I encourage those who are also looking to run for office on the county level, adopt an 11-point plan very much similar to this. And it obviously has some value to it because the Democrats are so afraid of it, they're calling it the Ulta Maga Movement and saying that it is extreme right-wing agenda. At this point, the idea of saying school prayer is considered a right-wing agenda. So with that, I want to say thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy schedules. Please like, subscribe, share this video. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you very much. God bless you, and God bless America.